Democrats are finally moving on a huge thing, and that is ignoring the freaking Republicans and going with a budget reconciliation option. Okay. If I know a lot of you have watched the videos I've made before, and so you understand what budget reconciliation is. For those that don't, budget reconciliation is where you just need a simple majority and you can, pass anything you want that qualifies under that. And so, basically, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi file a joint motion to start the reconciliation process. So this means that they don't have to go through regular order. They don't have to ask for unanimous consent. They don't have to do any of that. They can just, instead of unanimous consent and regular order, just go through budget reconciliation. Now, I'm going to go over a few things why this is a good thing and why they should have done this in the first place. But Chuck Schumer first said that, we just have to be helping people. We can't be crunching pennies. Funny shit when they've been means testing the crap out of this bill. And so this is why this is a good thing. This is big news. Big news. Because now that they're going to go into budget reconciliation, what's going to happen is they're going to do about 30 to 50 hours of debate. I don't know why they do that, but you know what? It's just Congress. And so they're going to go into debate, and they're going to just let the Republicans complain and whine about giving people money, and some of the Democrats too, like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. And, it's going to be... It's going to be hell. But once they're done with the 30 to 50 hours, that's just a rule. I don't make the rules. If I was there, I'd probably want to change it. Once they're done with the 30 to 50 hours of debate, then they're going to go ahead and pass the bill with 51 votes. Now, some action has happened on this already that I haven't caught up on yet. But essentially, they're going to pass this $1.9 trillion package. The Republicans were trying to give Joe Biden this $600 billion package, and Joe Biden was like, hell no, we're just going to go with our bill, which he should have done that in the first place. And, this is a good thing, but now they're trying to means test it. At first it was, well, if you make $75,000 or less, you'll get the $1,400. Now it's, well, we're going to cap it at $50,000 or less. And then you have to, if you make this much, then you're only going to get this amount. You make this much, you're going to get less. You make that much, you're going to get more, depending on your situation. This is why I think corporate Democrats are the worst fucking hacks in the world. We've got people that, they might make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year in their regular jobs, but now that their jobs are lost, guess what? They don't make that money anymore. They're either on unemployment or they don't have any money at all. Unemployment's run out, whatever. You can't be means testing this because $50,000 in New York isn't a lot of money, right? $50,000 in somewhere like Alabama, right? Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, that's a lot of money there. So, again, it depends on your living situation, and they shouldn't be means testing it because it's not like people who make $50,000 a year have that money sitting there. Because they don't. They're losing it all. They've got bills, some of which they shouldn't have, like student debt and medical debt. But hey, you know what? We're not talking about that right now. We will next week, by the way, because there's big news on that. Somewhat. Okay. Right-wingers are going crazy, and I love it. Now, again, means testing this thing is probably the worst thing. And I know my mom called me today like, dude, are they really going to do that? And I said yes, and possibly. And they're looking to means test it even more to see who would get it or not. And so, my mom was like, oh, I barely just made it. So if you've got someone that makes $60,000 a year, maybe they make $52,000 a year, $55,000 a year, they won't get it because, you make too much money. But Wall Street gets all kinds of money. Incredible how Wall Street gets all that money. The Federal Reserve can bail out the freaking Wall Street hedge funds who got beat the crap out of. They got their shit beat out of them just, from a bunch of Redditors who bought GameStop stock, as we discussed last week, all week on the podcast, and then this week with Naeem Abdul-Hawa. They can get all the money in the world, but then you get this means tested. So it's stupid. But they're gonna pass this. There's gonna be a stimulus check sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. I'm hoping by at least in 2 weeks we should have it. If we get it sooner, great. I would be happy if they got it done now. Get this over with. Let's get this passed. That would make a whole lot of sense to me. But then again, I'm just a political commentator. Now, here's how I think this process should have gone down. All right, within the first 2 days, Joe Biden should have done you should have gone through regular order in the first 2 days. Okay, I got this $1.9 trillion package here. First off, you should have gone into $2,000, but whatever, fuck it. I got this $1.9 trillion package. Let's vote on it in regular order. Okay, Republicans don't want to go with it. They don't want to work with us. Okay, fine. Let me move this out. We'll just go with the budget reconciliation. Get that done within the first 2 days, within the first week. And then get that stimulus check out pass this thing, get this thing passed by last week or even this week and get the checks out by either this week or next week. That's what should have happened. That's going to make Joe Biden's approval rating go up. That's going to make people happy because they're getting money in their pockets, and they're able to pay their rent, they're able to pay down the mortgage, they're able to pay their student debt, their medical debt, the electric bill, the phone bill, the gas bill, the child care, whatever, the credit card debt, whatever they got to pay off. So now big news as well on the second stimulus check in that bill. If you did not get the first or second stimulus check, I would talk to your tax representative, file taxes for 2020, make yourself an independent on your own, and see if they can claim you the first 2 checks and possibly the third if you do not get it. Just some advice that I got from a tax professional today from the IRS, and you can look that up. In that bill, it gives them that option. So that's what's going on. Dems going with the budget reconciliation, and I'm really happy about that. Not happy about the means testing. They should have gone with this first, but there you go. Big news on budget reconciliation, big news on the stimulus package, and hopefully relief will come soon to people.